Hello, everybody, and welcome to Outside the Box, the podcast devoted to supporting Central PA small business. I'm your host, Derek Bixler, realtor and digital marketer here in Central PA. I am live also on Instagram. If you're watching on Instagram now, you're going to have to jump over to Facebook or YouTube or LinkedIn or somewhere else live, or catch the replay later. So if you're watching on Instagram, head over to Facebook and check it out there. And if I can turn it off, it might end up seeing more than I even wanted to do. So I'll get back to you guys here. I grew up on the Hill, went to Mechanicsburg High School, went to Penn College of Technology in Williamsport, and been here ever since I came back. If you want to get any of the episode announcements, networking mixer invites, any of the special offers like what we're going to talk about today with our guest, which I'll bring up in a second, you can subscribe to our email or head over to our Facebook group, Central PA Supports Small Business. If you're not watching it there right now, a reminder, you can ask questions in the comments. I'm getting a little bit better at that. So I can see the comments now. Sometimes I can't see the name of the person, but if I see your comment or a question, I'll bring it up and have our guest, who I will bring up in a minute, answer that for you. Or if we don't get to it during the episode, we'll come back later and get it for you. Replays are all on YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, all those places, soon to be on iTunes and all those places. I keep saying that and it keeps not happening, but I'm not going to stop saying it because it needs to happen. So I'm saying iTunes and all that. It will be there soon and I will follow through with that. And today is an interview and local business spotlight with Courtney Farinelli of H2L Studio. I know a lot of you people out there have been here. Some of those 5 watchers right now maybe have been there and are watching and hoping to see the place that they work out. So hello, Courtney. Introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your background, where you grew up, a little bit personal, not really the business, but more personal about yourself.
Sure. So my name's Courtney. I grew up in Mechanicsburg here. I went to middle school and high school here in Mechanicsburg. After high school, I went to Penn State, where I got a degree in public relations and a minor in psychology. I graduated in 2013. Which feels like, just yesterday, but it wasn't. And now I live in Mechanicsburg. I'm married. I have 2 kids, a little girl and a baby boy. And I work and teach here at H2L. I also work, my in-laws own a construction company. I work for Farinelli Construction in my daytime and then manage and teach at the studio in what I like to call my spare time. But I think that's about it.
So you're like the rest of us. You do a million things. You got a kid and multiple jobs, multiple roles, and you try to juggle all of it. So so that's a good segue into the business. How did you get into the business? How did you get to have this second role that's a main role, but I mean, it's a whole, you're running a whole business there.
Role.
Yeah.
I know. I always, I'm like the queen of like double booking myself and like overcommitting. My husband always laughs. He's like, do you just like look for open slots on your calendar and find things to fill them? Or like, what do you, why can't you just relax? And I have a hard time. I like to stay busy. So we opened up H2L coming up on 6 years ago. This April, it'll be our 6th anniversary.
Wow. It doesn't seem like that long.
I know. I have to like remind myself that it's not been like 2 years. Like it's been almost 6. A few of us kind of locally had been involved in the fitness industry and like interested in this healthy, holistic living mindset, which is what H2L stands for. And we couldn't find a place that it kind of was all under one roof. So we thought, let's just, make something. So we started our first year. We had barre, yoga, some strength classes, and we had and Pilates. We had Pilates equipment. When I do the tour, I'll kind of show you what we were and where we've come. And then we had a good year. People, were finding us. They enjoyed it. We enjoyed them. I think is important too. And then we decided to add in cycling, TRX. And then I'll show you guys the rooms. We have 2 private rooms for massage, Reiki, and reflexology. So it's everything one-stop shop, and we couldn't really find that anywhere. So we all had like a membership. I paid my gym, I paid here for my treadmill, my yoga, my massages, I was getting this treatment somewhere, and it was just a lot. And we were like, why can't it all be in one place? So, so we made one place. So that's kind of how it got started.
Yeah. And so did you go out and did you start with all those things, the yoga, the cycling, the bar, the Pilates, or did you learn to do one thing yourself and you taught one class yourself and then you slowly built from there? How did it start? Or did you just buy all this stuff and start? Because I know there's a lot of instructors involved with it. Like with a rock climbing gym, it's not just a gym. You got to hire people to set the routes and make the routes all the time. The same thing there. You need instructors to come in and do it because you can't be there all the time because you have the day job.
Yeah. So I always say, like, I'm going to butcher this, but the saying, like, you're the jack of all trades, but the master at none. I always like to say that, like, we are the master of all of our trades here. We have so many offerings, but we have so many people who are the master at that trade. So, we brought in some Pilates instructors. We brought in cycling instructors. We trained bar instructors. We trained TRX instructors. We kind of built this little instructor community. There's a lot of us. And I think, that way I don't have to be here. It started with just a few of us, and I was here every day, mornings, 6 a.m., evenings, 5 and 6 o'clock. And then I had babies and wasn't able to do that. I think the first, I found out I was pregnant and I had to drop my 6 a.m.s because I was just like exhausted. I couldn't do it. So then I, found someone to cover those and started to build this team up here. And we have a lot of really good instructors who are really good at the classes they teach. And then we have some instructors that are really good at teaching all the classes too. They always are constantly going to trainings and seminars and doing the workshops to like learn more and better their own trade. I think, which also, keeps our clients engaged because we're constantly adding new moves, adding new routines, new drills, different things that we learn to kind of keep it fresh. But to answer your question, yeah, it did start very small, just a few of us. And then as the need happened, we kind of added to our team, trained our team, and now we have what I like to call the dream team.
So you mentioned the training, you trained them. Do you actually do training on site to certify? Do you send them out somewhere? How does the training, and obviously there's yoga and bar and different levels of yada, yada, but how does that all work?
Yeah. So we, right now we train, we brought some, like TRX is like a big brand, the suspension trainers. They sent someone here to certify our instructors. So we hosted that training in-house. I actually am a master bar trainer, so I train the bar instructors here. I do once a year, I hold a certification in-house, which is like my favorite day of the year because a lot of times that's clients that have been here and have worked hard and just fell in love with bar. And then I get to show them, how to teach others to fall in love with bar.
Do they have to call you master?
They do absolutely not.
And bow every time they come in?
No, they don't.
Sensei at least, maybe?
Maybe next year. That's not a bad idea. But yeah, so we do the bar in-house, and we've brought, master trainers in other areas. Like we had Schwinn. We use Schwinn bikes here, and all of our instructors were Schwinn trained. So we brought one of Schwinn's master trainers up from Florida, actually, a couple years ago, and she did a bunch of workshops with our instructors. So we try to keep relevant. We try to keep fresh. We try to keep the education going. And I think that
is that common that the hardware makers will train trainers? So like is that a Pilates? What's that thing you're going to show us? It looks like a torture thing with the ropes and the pulleys.
Yeah.
That thing, do like those people have trainers?
Yep.
Yeah, they all do because they want you to have a business and buy more of the things, right?
And they want you to be on like their brand. So like, they want the Schwinn bikes to be Schwinn instructors who are awesome instructors. So they offer workshops and different things to like help your instructors. And we use Balance Body is who our Pilates software or Pilates equipment is from, and they offer trainings and all sorts of different stuff. So we try to, stick with the the brand that we offer.
Did they give you any resources to do like virtual stuff when COVID happened?
They did. Yeah, they had a lot. All of them actually. TRX, when COVID hit, they actually started offering free certifications from TRX online, which is, awesome.
To be a trainer.
To be a trainer. Yeah, they would teach you online. They had a whole bunch of workshops and certifications that they did on Zoom, and a few of our instructors, took it, and it was free. You can't complain about that.
Does more trainers mean more classes? So, I mean, obviously, if you have more trainers, you can have more classes. But if someone, do you have open slots? And then sometimes someone says, I'd like to be a TRX trainer that's in the class. And you say, hey, well, you could teach a class. Does that happen? So here's the question. Do students become trainers sometimes?
They do a lot of times. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And that's a good success story and something to share with the group. And I was where you were one day and now I'm here.
Yep. I mean, so a lot of our instructors, they started coming, and for some of them, it was their first fitness class, their first group class, their first time doing barre, their first time doing cycling. And then they just kind of, fall in love, and then they need to share that, and they need to, have it be a bigger presence in their life. So they, a lot of times will, we hire a lot from within.
That's awesome. And obviously you're building a community. Any gym or fitness place usually ends up building a community of people that know, like, and trust each other. Mm-hmm. Do you have that in the people in the classes know, like, and trust each other? I know lots of people that go there, and people I work with teach there, and a lot of us know. So is it a little community? Do you ever have like events or anything to bring the people together?
Yeah.
Because maybe the cycling people don't know the yoga people, but
yet.
Right.
That is one thing that ever since we opened up, hands down, our only goal, we always said, was we wanted people to leave feeling better, right? You walk in, you had a bad day, you're stressed, you're tired, you're, whatever, you work out, and you just leave feeling better. So the community is a big part of that, because you leave feeling excited to see your new best barre friend in class tomorrow. The community here is amazing. It's the instructors that become friends with the clients, that keep them accountable and keep them engaged. I think one of my favorite things about being involved in this community is, I think it was, this just happened a couple weeks ago. I was teaching class, and someone came, they were in cycling, and they came over into my barre class, and someone else walked into barre, and she was like, hey, I didn't see you in cycling last week, or this morning. I didn't see you this morning in cycling. And she was like, oh, sorry, I had this, I couldn't make it. And then they were chatting, and after class I was like, how do you guys know each other? Like, are you friends? And they're like, no, we do barre together. And I was like, oh my God, how amazing is that? Like, you guys are now friends. You didn't know each other, you're friends, and you're helping keep each other accountable. And
that's what I was going to say. The accountability is great.
what we strive for. So as a, manager and instructor, seeing that, I was just like, oh my gosh, we're doing something right.
Yeah. And that's also, as a business, that's good to have a community that will help carry you through things like have been happening, and they will stand by the business and aren't going to let it go down, because that's their people going down. So they need to keep that around.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So let's talk about, before we walk around, I want to talk about a little bit about the services, different things you offer. So obviously you offer the yoga and the Pilates, but in what form? So people can take a single class, a multi-class, memberships. Tell a little bit about how people can come, different ways.
Sure. Yeah. So your first class with us, so all of our group classes are the yoga, barre, cycling, TRX. We have some strength classes, some like interval style, some boot camp style, some heavier weights. We call it power circuit. So we have the strength, the barre, the yoga, the cycling, the TRX. All of those, we call them our group classes. And to try one of those for your first time, it's just $5. So it's like an easy, I can pay $5, take a 45-minute class, leave feeling good. After that, we charge, you can pay for just one class, which is $15. You can buy a 5-pack for $55 or a 10-pack for $100. So it's kind of like a punch card. It's every time you come to a class, we take one away. So if you buy a 10-pack, it's $10 a class. You lose one every time you come. Those classes are all good for a year because we know like life happens, things happen, so if you come once a month, you're safe in your 10-pack. Ideally you'd come more than that so that you can start to feel change and, create a routine, but you have 1 year to use those packages. We also offer a monthly unlimited membership, which is working out better for the people who come 3 times a week. That's where you're going to save a lot of money. The monthly unlimited is unlimited in-person and online classes. And then ever since COVID hit, we added the whole online classes when we got shut down last March. Since then, we've been recording and storing different videos of our classes. So we have a bank of online videos on demand. I think we have like a little over 100 now at this point, and all of our unlimited members have access to those videos. So if a online or in-person class, whatever you're comfortable with, doesn't fit your schedule, a lot of our unlimited memberships clients will just view a video online when they can swing it. So right now we're offering that for $99 a month. It used to be, it's on sale. It was $129 a month, and we discounted it right now. And I don't know when that's going to go back up. So I keep telling everyone, sign up for it now so you're locked into that price before we bump it back up to the $129.
That's a really great price if you're going a lot. I mean, if
know.
you're a workout person that works out 3, 4, 5, 7 times a week, so you could go multiple times a day into any class, yoga, bar, anything you want. Same with the class passes. You can go to anything.
Any of them. So you can buy a 10-pack and split it up like 5 bar, 5 yoga, or 5 cycle, 2 bar, 2 TRX, however it worked. The only things that aren't included in that is our Pilates classes. The Pilates equipment is its own package. We have 4 Pilates reformers, so they're much smaller classes. So those, it works the same. You can buy a single, a 5, or a 10-pack. They're a little bit more expensive. They come out to about $20 a class. But those are the only thing that aren't included in that group package. So a lot of people will get like the unlimited and do the group classes and then just buy a 5 or 10-pack for the Pilates and jump into those whenever it fits their schedule.
Gotcha. What about difficulty level? I know a lot of that stuff is kind of, you can make it as hard as you want or as easy as you want, but I'm sure some stuff is more advanced than other stuff. So talk a little bit about how you cater to that beginner who might be a little bit hesitant up to the practitioner who just moved here from California and is a yogi and all about it and trying to find a place to call their own.
Yeah. So we always say that we teach to all levels. So I've taught a class before where, one person, it was their very first time. Someone's been there, 5 times, and then someone's like batting like 1,000. They come every day. They're a veteran. And we can all take the same class because we always offer different modifications and challenges. So a lot of times when I'm teaching, I'll offer, here's one move, do it this way, or do it this way or this way. And that way you can kind of listen to your body, listen to how you're feeling that day, and kind of do what works best for you. And that's the same across the board for all of them. In cycling, you have the option because you have your resistance knob. So if you, add resistance, it's heavy, it's hard. If you take it off, it's a little easier, it's lighter. So anytime in cycling, I always joke, like, you don't have to listen to me. If I say everyone reach down and add a big turn and you're like, no way, I'm tired, I'm done. You don't have to. You just take a little resistance off, take your time, and jump back in when you're ready. So we say we cater to all levels because you can take any class and feel comfortable doing it. We do offer some beginner workshops. We try to have a couple every month in strength or yoga or bar or cycling or TRX, just to get you kind of comfortable with how it works and show you ways to modify in case the instructor doesn't mention that in class. But if you can't make one of those, never be afraid to just jump in and try it. Just let the instructor know ahead of time, like, this is my first time. Can you kind of hold my hand here a little bit? And they'll show you ways to listen to your body and kind of help you along. Another thing that we do for people, And this can be for beginners or, super experienced group fitness people. We do offer like one-on-one sessions. And those have been really nice. We've always offered them, but we've seen a lot more people lately take us up on that because they, maybe you're not comfortable jumping into a class with, we are still at half capacity. So there's only 8 people, but maybe you don't feel comfortable or it doesn't fit your schedule. So we do offer one-on-one sessions. So we have some people who are a little hesitant to take a class for the first time and there isn't a beginner workshop on the schedule yet. So they'll do like a private one-on-one and then we can really work with them, show them how things work. And then typically, they can continue with one-on-ones or they can jump into a class.
So you could get personal training, quote unquote, if you wanted to do yoga with just you and a teacher, you could do that.
Yeah, we actually have like one-on-ones and then you can do like 2-on-1s, 3-on-1s, and then we have small groups. So sometimes I'll take like a family, it's like a family of 3 or 4 and they just want to do their own workout. And I'll just do whatever they want. Those are always fun because we can cater it to you. So if, you come in and you're like, hey, we really want to work on arms or core, or, can you help us get our cardio up? You can gear the class towards what they really want to be working on. And we can do that in the privates. You can do 2-on-1 if you have a friend or, your husband or your wife, or you want to bring someone with you, or 3 or small groups.
And you could do events. You could do like charity events and stuff, right? Yeah. That's what I did. I can't wait. The cycling, your spin setup is I thought it was fun. I've been to others. It was the only gamified one I've been to. And I guess you'll show us so people can see it, but I had a lot of fun.
But yeah, so we have done, we also see a lot of, we've done like full-on family classes, especially around the holidays, people that are looking for like, we want to do something, but we don't want to just go out to eat or, we want to try to be healthy and whatever. We've had families that have done like cycling and they'll bring like cousins and aunts and uncles and everyone will come to a cycle class. And then they like compete because we do have a leaderboard and you can see where your bike is and how far you've gone and how much energy you've put in. One family, they had like certificates. It was like highest power and it was the like best dressed and most effort and best attitude. And they kind of went all out and made it like a fun family bonding event. Those are really fun.
They must have a pretty fit family all around because if most families, I think if you send out an email, be like, we're going to meet for cycling before after the day after Thanksgiving, they'll be like, I'm not.
They're a fun group. We've also done similar things with like companies. So we've done like employee nights. So instead of like a happy hour where everyone just goes out and has a drink, if your company is trying to instill some mindfulness and some healthy ways, we've had companies that bring their employees in. And that's always fun in the cycling room too, because we can make teams in there on the board. So we did one a few months ago and we made teams, but we like split up. Like it was like their marketing, their accounting, and we like merged them. So they were like forced to bond with each other who they don't want to see because they were all on different teams. And it was just fun for them to like kind of compete and hang out. And it doesn't have to be a competition. It can be fun without that. But
yes, it does. No, it doesn't.
But it can be kind of whatever you want it to be. But we have done quite a few employee nights. And things like we did a workshop with a bigger company in Mechanicsburg, and we did like a stress release workshop for them. So they wanted their employees to learn some ways to, mellow out a little bit. So we did like a whole workshop on that for them. So we really can do whatever anyone wants, really.
Do you have any corporate memberships? Have you ever done that? Like I don't know, like group benefits. Anybody from X company gets 20% off any pass or whatever.
Yeah. Yep. We have done that with some companies that want to offer some sort of wellness in the workplace. We've offered discounts on the packages for them, and it can look different. It can be your employees buy it and we just give them a discount, or some companies like they buy it and then their employees can use it. We can like link up people's accounts and the software. We can do whatever to make it easy. We've also offered, so we have this private room for massage, Reiki, and reflexology. And we've also offered discounts on those services for people in employee different career settings.
That would be an awesome benefit. If they said in your benefits package, you get 1 free massage every month or 50, even anything, you throw the word massage in, I'm all about it.
Oh, yeah. So if any companies want to do that,
I was going to say, this is a perfect place. A lot of small businesses watching. So it would be an awesome thing, and employees would like it, especially if you have some type of business where you have a lot of people that kind of do it already. Yeah, I think that's great.
Especially for the one place we did it, it didn't cost the employer anything. They just had to tell their employees, hey, if you call H2L, they'll give you 20% off if you just say you work here. So it's a free benefit. They just have to like link up with us so that we know they want to do it.
Yeah, that's great. And a great benefit, especially if you don't have to pay for it. You put it on your benefits list, and we offer this other thing that other places don't.
Yeah.
That's really awesome. All right, let's go take a look around. Let's see the equipment and the facility. I know I was there. Everything's new and clean, and I was going to ask about your merchandise also, but I decided to wait till we walk around and you can show us the merchandise corner.
Yeah. Awesome. So we have 3 different sections, but this is our yoga and barre, and some of our strength classes happen in this first room here.
If you want to go sideways, try sideways real quick.
Is that better?
Yep. Perfect.
Okay. Sorry. Hi.
Wait, all good.
Good. So we do have retail, a lot of like our own t-shirts and tank tops and things. We sell yoga blocks, yoga mats. We have a client that just put her jewelry out that she makes. I always like to have some fun, like little candles. We sell essential oils. Local company is they do like nut butters. We sell those. Some like all natural, like muscle rub, shampoo bars, different things. We also sell crystals if you're into that. That's our retail section. And then this room is, like I said, where yoga, barre, and some of our strength classes happen. So for anyone who's coming into a class for the first time, you would walk in the front door, hang your stuff up in the hooks and the cubbies, and then find your spot. Right now we do have like numbered spots because, like I said, we're at half capacity and everyone's 6 feet apart. So in your sign up, you would pick a numbered spot, and you would just head right to your spot number in this room. Trying to keep
nice. And I forget, I looked away for a second when you were looking at the merchandise. Do you have equipment like yoga blocks and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We have, we work with Jade Yoga, is the yoga company that we work with. So we do sell their yoga blocks, and then we sell their mats. So we have these kind of like colored and swatch samples here. Sometimes we have full mats on the shelf that people can buy, but we like to just order the colors and thickness that you prefer. So if you ever want one of those, you just let us know.
Any tips on a mat? Because I know when I did it, I'm the slider. I sweat like a crazy person, and then I'm sliding all over the place.
Then you need Jade. These ones are like, I don't know if you can tell, they have like grippers like built into it. And they have so many colors. And the thickness, I always say go for like the thicker ones so that you have a little protection on your like knees, hips, and wrists. But the Jade, that's why I love them. They have like little grippers here.
Yeah, that's great. Like a bottom of a mouse pad or something.
Yes, that's exactly what it feels like. Yep. So that's our yoga and barre room. Over here we have our Pilates equipment. So these are what you said looks like a torture chamber. They are not torture chambers. Most people say that, but they are. We have 4 of them, like I said, and then we have these Pilates chairs here. So the idea about Pilates is just that it's based off of like your core. So they really are big into like strengthening your core, and everything kind of comes after that. So they're big into like lengthening and strengthening the muscles. So these Pilates equipments, they have these springs that you can take off and add on, and it helps make different exercises a little bit easier or a little bit more challenging, just depending on what the teacher has in mind. But we have 4 of those. I do think I have to be a little bit quiet because there is a massage going on right now. So, I think there is. I'm just going to pop in here and peek. Yeah, there is. So I'll just whisper, but this is our, see.
Aha.
So this is our, where we have Reiki, reflexology, and massage that happens in that room back there. And then this is our TRX space. We also have a lot of strength classes that happen in this room as well. So the Trx Straps are these, they have handles, and it's like a suspension trainer is what they're called. And again, it sometimes makes different exercises a bit more challenging and sometimes a little easier. But you do use a lot of your core with these because you're suspended, so it takes a lot more core to hold your body upright. So when
and that space would be like if you had an event or something. I think that's the space where you had like the welcome table up and any snacks or any of that kind of stuff, right?
Exactly. And so this one has its own door. The cycle side has its own door. You can come in this way, and then we have lockers and benches over here that you can put your stuff in. So your strength and your TRX happen here. And then we take you into the
what if somebody just needed a place to meet in Mechanicsburg and they no fitness or anything? Do you do that?
Yeah, we just hosted the West Shore Young Professionals like coffee hour a couple weeks ago. And they just kind of set their tables up and had coffee and mingled, and they used this whole room up. So
nice. We'll talk then. We'll bring our people over there.
So this is the cycle room here.
Yay.
Yeah. So they're, like I said, they're Schwinn bikes, and they have the ability, this resistance knob here is where you would adjust to make it harder or easier. So it can be intimidating, but it doesn't have to be, because there's ways to make your class easier and ways to make your class harder.
And does show the screen up there?
Yeah, so that's our cycle bike for the instructor. And then up here we have a TV that's linked up to a computer that's actually reading and getting your scores from your console. So it will tell you on the board your bike number, and then it'll match up your bike number with like how fast you're going, how far you've gone, how much power you have, and that's kind of how people like compete in class. It ranks you by the highest energy output. But if you want your numbers off the board, you can turn them off in your profile when you're signing up for classes, or you can let us know and we'll take you off. Some people, wake up on Saturday morning after like a long Friday night and they're like, I don't want to be on the board, and we just take them off, and that's totally fine.
Right. Or it's their first time or something.
Right. And it once you come off, you can go back on anytime. And once you can go back off anytime. So
that's cool. So it also knows when you put more tension on it, it knows that you put more tension and everything.
Yep. It live streams right up to there.
So how many bikes are in there? If somebody had a group, how many people could come at one time in one class?
Yeah. So right now with our half capacity, we have 14. 14.
It looks like less. That's good. That's half.
Well, not all these bikes can be used. Some of them are every other. We're going every other.
Yeah.
But yeah. So this is the cycle room.
Nice. And shoes. How about the shoes?
Yeah, good question.
Do you have to have the shoes? Do you not? Is it obviously? I would say it's better with them, but you don't have to have the shoes, right?
Yeah. So the pedals are built so that one side is just a cage for like your sneaker, and then if you do have cycling shoes, they just have to be SPF compatible, and you can just clip them right into the bottom here. So you have two options. You can ride with your sneaker, or you can flip it over and ride with your cycling bike. It just clips in right there.
Yeah, highly recommend getting the clip-in shoes if you're gonna do it regularly. They'll figure it out real quick. You'll do it once or twice and say, I got to get some shoes.
It definitely helps get a little more power behind your push.
Yeah, and you can't pull with those little clips.
Right. Yeah.
So how about if that's everything inside, can you go outside quick before we're going to do our random question and talk about your special offer for everybody and everything. But let's go outside and kind of show people where you are And obviously you're in Upper Allen, Mechanicsburg, over by Meadowview Estates.
Yep. So we're right on the corner of Fisher Pike or Fisher Road and Gettysburg Pike. And so that's the corner there. And then if you come onto Fisher Road, we look like we're just this big building, and there's apartments up above and other businesses next to us. There's like a hair salon to the right of us, a Chinese restaurant at the end, and we take up these 3 bays here. So if you're coming in to a cycle class, you'll go on the right side. And if you're coming into Pilates or barre or yoga, you'll come into this door on the left here.
Nice. And always plenty of parking. Every time I've been there, there's always plenty of parking.
Lots of spaces.
Did you say Chinese restaurant? There used to be a Chinese. Is that still there?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, it's all the way at the end.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Our little hair salon, Sheer Crossings, is right next to us here. Super sweet there, that hair salon. Caitlin is the owner, and she's awesome. And then in this door is back to
nice. So you could get your hair did, then go work out, and then go put the calories back in your body.
Yeah, grab an egg roll.
That sounds good, actually. I might have some lo mein tonight.
So yeah, that's our space.
Nice. Is there anything else you want to add?
I should have said we do have like props and mats and everything. So you really, if you're coming to a class, you don't need to bring anything except for like a water bottle. But if you do have your own mats, right now, I'm always recommending, like if you have a yoga mat at home, just bring your own. I mean, we do disinfect them between every use, but they're here if you need them. And then we have weights and bands and all sorts of other props that you can use.
Do you guys do your instructors have the headphones and the mic and all that?
They do in the cycle room. We do not in this space over here.
Just because you don't need it.
Yeah, you don't need it. And I don't know that the yogis would want to be screaming into a microphone and
yeah, I guess you don't need to be hyped up to go do yoga.
Our barre classes can get kind of loud, but I think as instructors, it's just we just kind of get excited and get loud. But yeah, we don't have a microphone over here. But the cycle room, you have a mic, you have speakers, you have bass, you have lights, you have all that fun stuff.
So what is barre? Because I kind of know what it is, but most people that don't know about it wouldn't have any idea, and there's no piece of equipment really to show people, right? So what is barre?
So barre is it's kind of it comes from like ballet and Pilates. If I always say if they had a baby, it would be barre. Here we teach it with a little bit more group fitness finesse. So it's fast paced, it's motivating, it's fun. It's very small movements. So you do use like this barre, you hold on to it for some moves, and we do like lunges and squats and different things. But it's all about like your alignment. So it is very small movements and very lightweight. So in a barre class, we use 2 or 3 pound hand weights. And my all-time favorite thing is when someone comes to a barre class and they're like, "Oh, 2 pounds, man. Yeah, I work out a lot. Like, do you have anything heavier?" Because the very small movements are like muscle burners in a way that like, no matter how much you lift, you're gonna feel it. So we only use 2 or 3 pounds, but we do high repetition with the lower weights.
Yeah, I think I had, when I came to class one time, I think it was a barre class that we did, and I think I picked the 3s or whatever the highest was, and I regretted it pretty much, not immediately, but pretty soon after that. So now, can you hear me? You're cracking up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, well, let's, I'm going to pull up my questions here.
What's going on?
I'm going to pull up my questions here while she's figuring out what's going on there. And you can flip back to your selfie camera or whatever if you can hear me, Courtney. And I'm going to pull up some fun questions before we end it out here. And funny questions to ask here. Now she's black. Now we're missing her. She'll get back. She'll figure it out. That's all right. I'll make do. So here, I'm going to read. Is cereal soup? Why or why not? That's kind of a funny question. What is the sexiest and least sexy name? What secret conspiracy would you like to start? And I'm going to click over. All right. Are you there now? It's just the sound that's weird, maybe.
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. My.
That's all right. Here, try to say something. That's all right. She'll come back. Well, we'll do the question when she comes back, but I'm going to put up her special offer, everybody. If you want to go check out H2L Studios, she's trying to come back in right now, but if you want to check out H2L Studio and take a class for yourself, remember the $5 for the first one. And then after that, they're like $15 a class, or you can get an unlimited membership for the $99 a month only right now. Usually it's $129 a month of it. So that gets you unlimited classes to all the different classes, yoga, Pilates, Barre, whatever. You can find them at H2L Studio. She is back. Let's pull her in and see if it's better. Say something.
I think I'm back. Sorry. It's still
no problem.
I think it's waking up. I don't know if it's my connection or what, but
it changed. It was fine. Now it was changed somehow.
Yeah.
All right. Here's I'm going to read a couple questions. You can pick one. What is the nah,
Okay.
That's dumb. How do you feel about putting pineapple on pizza? What part of a kid's movie completely scared you? That's weird or dumb. What kind of secret society would you like to start? So how do you feel about putting pineapple on pizza? Or what part of a kid's movie completely scared you? Or what kind of secret society would you like to start? And I'm reading it to no one because I wasn't watching my screen. So I'm going to continue on. I don't think we're going to get her back. I think her signal is bad. So everybody check out H2L Studio at h2lstudio.com, 697-4425, 697-4425 to reach out to them. And you can email them. And they are in Mechanicsburg, Upper Allen off the Gettysburg Pike. And I will leave the ticker with their information up. And you can reach out to Courtney. She's on Facebook. Give her a like and a follow on Instagram and all that kind of stuff. A couple announcements before we go out. Join our Facebook group, Central PA Support Small Business. If you haven't already, we were live only in the group. Now we're live all over the place, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, all those places. So if you're not watching in the group right now, head over to Support Central PA, Central PA Supports Small Business Group and join our group. But the website is called supportcentralpa.com. So anything you need to know about the group or the episodes or the special offers or anything, head to supportcentralpa.com or the Facebook group, Central PA Supports Small Business. And if you're interested in a business spotlight package, which is live, Greg, at your business, going behind the scenes, seeing what you do, trying what you do, and then an interview with me here, like you saw with Courtney, and then a networking mixer at your business where we actually get bodies to come and visit your business. If you're interested in one of those, you can go to our website and click on an application or reach out to Christy. It's better to do the application, and then we all get a notice and we can reach out to you when we can. We are getting a lot of interest, so you can fill out an application and we'll reach back out to you and make sure we get to you. Remember to shop local. Remember to support Courtney. Remember, I'm wondering if Courtney just popped on. I saw a couple more live viewers come on. So those that just popped in, we lost Courtney. She was here telling us about stuff, but I'm about to close it out here. The offer that they are running, I'm going to put up one more time before I go out. Special offer from H2L Studio, a monthly unlimited for $99. It's usually $129, and also your first class is $5, she said. So if you've never been there before and you want to give yoga, Pilates, cycling, any of that stuff a try, you can try it for $5 for the first time. And I can tell you, very clean over there. Courtney's great. All the instructors are great. I've taken a cycling class and a bar class there personally. The bar was fun, not my bag, but good, and they're good at it. And the cycling I loved because it's the first place I ever saw that they kind of gamified it and had it up on the screen and made it fun to compete against each other. So check out H2L Studio, shop local, and thanks for watching. See everybody later.